and hit 'em.
And going through their pregame warm-ups, trying to get loose and focused here before tip. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. Let's take a second to check in on the race for Rookie of the Year and see how the rankings are shaping up for this year's class of new NBA talents. So far this season, he's been rock solid, helping out his team and turning in strong performances that have earned him the 4 spot.
And that's a pretty solid position at number 4. Will he be higher or lower on that list once the season ends?
Well, you know, he's got the potential to be higher. I mean, it's just really a matter of how his body holds up. The rest of the season, as we well know, is going to be a grind.
Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Davis, and it's Hicks in at the 2 spot. And for the Magic, and it's Bass in at the 1. So Brooklyn wins the tip. As a team, when you're trying to construct your best lineups, what are you looking for, Grant?
You know, I think balance is probably number 1. Each lineup has to have enough defense and offense. Otherwise, you're just vulnerable. Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Claxton. Orlando moving the ball around. And there's the screen. Oh, swiped away. Here's McNeil. 23 points his last outing. Cummings passes to Davis. Fades. Orlando with the rebound. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Here's Bass. Out to the right wing. Buries it from 3.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Pass to McNeil. Davis probing. The 3. Claxton with the rebound. Here's Bass. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Over to the wing. 5 on the clock. The Magic need to put one up here. And it's blocked by Davis.
Watch the screen.
Part of this offense, averaging around 22 points a game. Here's Cummings. They get it back. Thornton.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Punch that was.
bad intentions.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Here's Bass. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. Claxton with it. Pass to Bass. Here's Cummings, averaging around 5 points a game. Davis with a screen on Claxton. Back to Davis. Here's Cummings. Clock at 4. Here's McNeil. Drills it from deep.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Magic trail by 5. Here's Bass. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Pass to Starks. To the left wing. Here's the pick. Shot clock at 6. And Davis with the block. To the right side. And he lobs it up to the rim. The shot no good. The Magic have gone 1 for 3 so far. Claxton passes to Bass. Here's Boyd. The shot. Cans it with nobody near him. Deflects the pass. Pass to Claxton. Down low. Starks the pass to Bass. Just 5 to shoot. From 17. And here's Claxton. Here's Bass. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Boyd. Beyond the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. And that makes it a tie ball game.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is given.
The Nets have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Here's McNeil. Outside Davis. Here's Cummings. Pass to Thornton from behind the arc. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Claxton. And that one's good.
Starks. You just can't give up looks that close to the rim.
Brooklyn has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Pass to Cummings. Here's McNeil. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Got the better of the defense that time. Easy trip to the rim.
Orlando calls timeout. Ross, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You look at Brooklyn, they've been outstanding halfway through this season, looking cohesive and playing for one another. And of course the Orlando Magic far behind in the standings. Now here's Claxton. His last outing we saw him score 22. It's deflected. Another shot. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Orlando shooting their first free throw of the night here. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Outside Ross. Pass to Hicks from deep. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
3 points.
Now here's Claxton. No points so far. Here's Bass. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. Here's Boyd. Offline with a baseline jumper.
Letting him have that from mid-range. Defense dodged the bullet there.
Pass to McNeil. The 3 ball. Sinks it from distance. And now it's a 6-point Brooklyn lead. Orlando has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Now here's Claxton. To the middle. And it's good from the elbow. Give him 8 points now.
Operating in that mid-range area that time. No real shot contest.
Pass to Hicks. Here's Thornton. Left side Davis. And the Nets tack on 2 more.
getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Pass to Boyd. Picked it out of midair. Here's McNeil. Give him 8 points now. There's a screen. Outside for Davis. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Wide open. Bass grabs the miss. Magic trail by 6. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Almost converts despite the contact.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
So both teams changing it up here. Both shots good from the stripe.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Nets leading by 4. Outside Ross. And there's a pick. 6 on the shot clock. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And they're tops in the NBA in free throw percentage. Get too aggressive on D against them, and they'll make you pay at the stripe.
And you really can't emphasize enough how impressive their field goal percentage is. They run their game plan so well and know how to get the shots they want. And he drops the first. Second free throw, no good. Magic trail by 5. Waters, the pass to Thorpe. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Outside Ross. Pass to Davis. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Davis has got 5.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Orlando calls timeout. So both teams making some changes here. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for him.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
Orlando trailing here. Here's Thorpe. He came away with 14 points in his last game. Pass to Marion. Here's Elliott. Fires the 3. The rebound by McNeil. Brooklyn leading by 6. Outside Ross. The 3 is up. Rebound by the Magic. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
McNeil, that's good.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
1:41 left in the first. Here's Thorpe, a key piece to their offense, putting up 12 points a game. The Magic making a switch here. Claxton's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
A minute 29 left in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Ball stolen. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Fields. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Here's Thorpe to win the cold spell. Woodson with a rebound. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Ross. Here's McNeil. Back to Ross. They set the pick. Orlando with the rebound.
He will not be happy with himself. Got a good look from mid-range there.
Here's Claxton. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Brooklyn out in front. They lead by 12. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Nets?
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And how about their shot blocking tonight? I mean, creating doubt every time the ball goes up. They're there lurking.
And it's Claxton in at the 2. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. It's Ross on the wing. This one for 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Now here's Claxton. Pass to Thorpe. Shoots. The rebound by McNeil. Nets leading by 12. To the paint. Here's Fields. And he banks in the layup. Fields has got his second basket of the night.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the free ball.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Cotton. No points yet. From the arc. They get the rebound. From down in the low post, it goes.
If you don't box him out, he's going to make you pay.
Pass to Ross. To the inside. Here's McNeil. The shot from 20 feet out. Good. He hits the jumper. McNeil's got 14 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Here's Thorpe. The 3. The rebound by the Nets. McNeil's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Woodson. Takes the 3. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Here's Merriam. And here's Claxton. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Here's Thorpe. Woodson with a rebound.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Here's McCarty. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. Pass to McNeil. Over Claxton. And it's McNeil missing. Orlando's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Here's Thorpe. Here's Marion. Guarded by Ross. Orlando again missing. Nets leading by 14. Inside. Here's McNeil. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
The Magic have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Orlando calls timeout. Clark, the one expression you hear a lot in basketball, reward the big man. What's that all about?
Well, you know, B.A., the big guys often are the guys doing the dirty work, the unsung work, rebounding, setting screens, getting up and down the floor to create opportunities for their teammates. But they also want that rock, too. So get them the ball every now and then. Let them eat.
Here's Bass. He's scoreless. Orlando moving the ball around. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. Nets leading by 16. Rebounded by Frazier.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks a lot. Well, the NBA keeping an open mind. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, "This is the only league that plays 48 minutes. I'm a fan of 10-minute quarters. A 2-hour format is more consistent with modern television habits, but it's such a dramatic change. Something like that would have to be talked about over time." BA, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's McNeil. 16 points for him.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Orlando with the ball, following the bucket by Brooklyn. Here's Cummings. 11 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
And he had 3 huge blocks, which had a psychological effect as much as anything.
After knocking down 2 threes in the first quarter, he's been a non-factor from deep.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Adding the stat sheet, getting the board, and the hoop all on one play.
Yep, he's earning his coach's appreciation.
Hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Here's McNeil. 18 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Screen by Claxton. Pass to Marion. Here's Bass. Now Claxton. Thornton pulls it in. Thornton's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Cummings. Here's McNeil. He's guarded by Claxton. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Pass to Fields. And the 3 off target. Magic trail by 18. Here's Marion. Here's Bass. Yet to see a basket. The 3 is up. The shot misses.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Pass to Cummings. Here's McNeil. Give him 20. Here's Fields from downtown. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Defensive mix-up for sure right there. Somehow he was left open.
Fields has gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Here's Bass. Pass to Claxton. There's a screen. Let's go with a 3. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
It appears their offense is lacking some balance right now. Maybe too much reliance on the 3-ball.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you've got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Both teams deciding to change it up. And the three-point contest is one of the highlights of All-Star Weekend. Here are some of the contenders who have a shot to compete in the event.
And perhaps that list changes a little between now and All-Star Weekend, but I would have no problems if those guys end up competing.
He's right on the cusp of securing his spot in the three-point contest. So I hope those votes keep pouring in because he's a guy you'd love to see in the mix.
Yeah, if he can make it in the door, you know he will do everything he can to win the whole thing, and it'll be a lot of fun to watch.
And as we continue to count the votes, we'll update you on any changes to the list. No matter who is in it, though, it's going to be fun.
Maybe this is the year we see a perfect score. Who knows? I'll be sure to be locked in on all of All-Star Weekend, especially the three-point contest.
Pass to Bass. They set a pick. Here's Marion. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. There's the drive. Thornton. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And given the height advantage, it's no surprise he was able to score.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. A challenging stretch for Orlando here. Pass to Starks. Here's Bass. His first shot coming late. Brooklyn pulls it in. Thornton's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Cummings. Still without a bucket. Pass to McNeil. Finds the bottom from 13 feet out.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Here's Bass. 1:43 left in the second. Marion passes to Bass. Can they get it? Counted. Bass has gotten his first basket of the night. Brooklyn has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Here's Hicks. He had 9 points in his last time out. Count it. McNeil's got 27.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Bass. Throws it up high.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Outside Davis. Pass to McNeil. Back to Davis. 6 to shoot. Goes up on the wing, and the Nets tack on 2 more.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Waters is checked in for Orlando. Pass to Davis. Here's McNeil. Fires in the triple. Give him 30.
Well, once he gets on a roll, there isn't a lot you can do to slow him down.
That shot missing. And so it's Brooklyn in total control. Up by 29 going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
We've talked about it in the past, going on the road removes the distractions of home. And it can bring you guys closer together if it's the right group.
Yeah, but you still have to.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Nets.
They're taking the traditional approach of working it inside and then going outside. That stretched out that defense.
Yeah, it's about time. Once you establish that inside game, everything away from the bucket opens up.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Orlando with the ball. On the floor for Brooklyn. We've got Davis, and it's Thornton in at the 5. Out left to the wing. Here's Claxton, and from 16 feet away, he cans it. Claxton's got his third bucket of the night.
You know, he's been fairly productive, but it's going to take more, either from him or somebody else.
Here's McNeil. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Davis. Jacks up a 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Pass to Bass. To the wing, right side. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. Defense on our 2K leaderboard. Looking at the best when it comes to points per game allowed over the previous month. Number 1, the Nets.
The coaching staff has emphasized the defensive end of the floor, and you can see over the last month they've really improved, doing a great job of keeping their opponents' points down.
Now here's Davis. Pass to McNeil. "13 feet out. It's hauled in by the Magic. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. There's the triple. And Claxton with the 3. Claxton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Pass to Cummings. And here's Davis. Here's Hicks. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Hicks has gotten his second bucket on the night.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Claxton. 11 points in the game. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball.
That's a real brain fade right there, a mental error, and it cost them a possession.
The Nets have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to McNeil. Puts it up. And there's another one for Brooklyn.
You've got to love the way he's scoring it tonight. Very efficient.
And for the Magic, they're shooting just under 40% from the field. Here's Bass. Shot clock at 6. Shot from 16. Rebounded by the Nets. McNeil's got 5 rebounds tonight. Out to the right wing. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Left side, Davis. And he makes it. Davis has got 12 points in the game.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Davis has gotten 5 shots to fall in 8 tries. Pass to Claxton. To end the run. Thornton pulls it in. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Outside Davis. Here's Thornton. Here's Cummings. Hits a three-pointer. Cummings has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
I just love the ball movement.
Pass to Boyd. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 7.
Hey, you'll take as many high percentage looks as you can get.
Here's McNeil. Davis with it. He's got 12. Puts up a 3. That one doesn't go. He's now 5 for 9 in this one. To the middle. Here's Starks. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
Pass to Hicks. Here's McNeil. 32 points in the game for him. And here's Davis. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Hicks. Off target with the 3. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Second personal foul.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
And the thing I've seen that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved. Unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
The first free throw is good. And even as the league works for parity, there will always be those teams that are rebuilding. What are the keys to accelerating that process, Clark?
Well, there are a number of factors, B.A. I think you start with leadership and talent acquisition. I mean, those are 2 major components to this building a team and being successful. You've got to have talent. And then I think you've got to have a commitment to staying the course. Consistency really matters when you get leadership and talent in place.
Here's Bass. Down low. Oh!
Nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Cummings. Pass to Thornton. Here's Hicks. 5 to shoot. From 10 feet away. And the Nets miss again. The Magic have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Here's Bass. Here's Boyd. From outside, off the mark.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Pass to Hicks. Back to Davis. Here's Cummings. Launches a 3. Kept alive. Here's McNeil. No good from outside.
No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
Here's Bass. Over to the left wing. Here's Starks. Rebound Brooklyn. Pass to Hicks. Here's McNeil. Here's Cummings. Davis, a screen. To the paint. And finished off by Davis.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there. He's got 17.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Here's Hicks. 6 points for him. Pass to Cummings. Here's McNeil. Lets it fly. Here's Thornton. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
To the inside. And that one's good. Starks has got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's really an outstanding assist, creating a great opportunity inside. You can see the chemistry between those guys.
Pass to McNeil. Here's Hicks. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game.
The defense tightens up, so he adjusts. Nice play.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
The Magic have gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. And he lobs it up top. Stolen by Ross. Right wing. Here's McCarty. No made baskets yet. Pass to Hicks. 4 on the clock. Nice shot by Ross.
Sometimes with that much of a height advantage, resistance is futile.
Here's Thorpe. Inside. Stolen by Ross. To the middle. Here's Hicks. Blocked! Here's Thorpe. To the paint. It's picked off. In transition. Here comes Brooklyn. And he lobs it up.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you got to push it and push it every time.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the third quarter here.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
A 1:42 left to play in the third quarter. Clock at 6. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. Brooklyn has gone 3 of 7 from deep so far in the third quarter. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
Fourth personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Nets, Ross. At the line for 1.
One shot. And really strong.
Better than that, guys.
A 1:15 left in the third quarter. Waters, the pass to Elliott. Here's Marion, guarded by Ross. They set the screen. Here's Thorpe. And once again, off the mark by Orlando.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball. And now let's see the most efficient scoring teams around the league this season. Brooklyn, number 1.
The smart offensive moves this team makes helps them open up the floor and find great looks. That's how they've secured such an impressive shooting percentage.
To win the drought. The rebound by McCarty.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Here's Waters. Still no points. Pass to Elliott. Shot, left block. Uses the glass to drop it in. 9 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Fields. And there's another one for Brooklyn.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets, and they're up an insane amount going into the break. Well, when you win the battle of turnovers, you typically win the battle of possessions. More 2K action in just a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And it's Elliott in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Here's Fields. Pass to Ross. Shot clock at 5. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
It's like he needed that halftime break to gather himself. Now he's starting to get his confidence back here.
Now here's Claxton. Here's Marion. Pass to Claxton. Uses the glass on the layup. And Brooklyn's shooting 65%. Their offense has been on another level. Lets it go from 14. And there's another one for Brooklyn.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Thorpe. From outside the arc. Woodson with a rebound. Woodson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's McCarty. Back to Ross. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the Magic.
He had 1 3 in the first half, but hasn't had one since.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Thorpe, the pass to Marion. Pass to Thorpe. 3-pointer. The rebound by Ross.
His lack of offense is certainly not helping. Tough to overcome that.
Here's McCarty. Here's Fields. Orlando with the rebound. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Thorpe. Unloads. Brooklyn with the board. Woodson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Fields. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
There's a screen. Pass to Elliott. Here's Marion. Guarded by Ross. Here's Thorpe. Orlando again missing.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Here's Thorpe. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. And last season, the worst in about 2 decades for games lost to injury, Clark. Cause for concern?
I certainly think so, but I mean, I am a fan of load management, but I think it should be in practice time. That way, the guys can play as many games as possible for their team and the fans. Load management should be, I think, managed in the practice schedule.
Pass to Cotton. 6 on the shot clock. To stop the drought. And the shot falls short that time.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And it's McCarty missing. For Orlando, they've got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Here's Thorpe. Here's the pick. Woodson with a rebound. Woodson's got rebound number 7 tonight.
His struggles this quarter are self-evident, and the team just continues to suffer for it.
Here he goes. He's guarded by Claxton. Pass to Ross. A shot from the high post. Misses off the left iron. Orlando has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Here's Thorpe. Back to Claxton for 3. Cranes the triple. Claxton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Out of bounds. Going to be Orlando's ball. The Magic making a switch here. Orlando has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Here's Bass. Down low. The fadeaway. Brooklyn pulls it in. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, getting everything he possibly could out of that play.
And the free throw, no good. And Clark, the Defensive Player of the Year award tends to go to shot blockers, insinuating that bigs really have a greater impact on that end of the floor.
Well, you know, the counting stats favor big guys. I mean, when you think about block shots and defensive rebounds, clearly big guys would tend to corral numbers in those areas. And still being on that back line means they're involved in a lot of plays, and they've got to do more than just block shots and rebounds. So to answer the question, generally, I'd say yes.
Pass to Fields. Just 5 on the clock. Driving inside. Count that one.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now here's Claxton. Inside. And there's a 3-second violation.
The ball goes to Brooklyn.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Brooklyn making a switch here. Moody's checked in.
Chucky Moody.
The Nets have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Pass to Woodson. It's Ross on the wing. And the Nets tack on 2 more.
Just how you draw it up. That's a look they'll take every time.
Orlando's gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. They set the screen. Here's Bass. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
I think the defense gave him a bit of a gift there. I mean, he got all the space he needed to go to work.
Right side Moody. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's Boyd. Pass to Claxton. Fires from deep. On target from range. Claxton's got 8 here in this quarter.
Well, he's leading the way, trying to get everybody else going now.
Here's Fields. Out to the right wing. Pass to Woodson. Fires for 3. He drops it from range.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Orlando moving the ball around. Here's Bass. Lets it go from deep. And he can't get that one. The Nets have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in this 4th quarter. And here's Moody. And they call an illegal screen here.
Look at the turnover situation, guys. It's not been that bad, just a handful. And when you take care of the ball like that, that can help you build a lead.
Well, Orlando shooting just under 40% from the field. Pass to Claxton. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
As the game has gone on, they've had trouble protecting the rock. Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Now here's Ross. Guarded closely. Pass to Woodson. Here's McCarty. 4-3. It's rebounded by Boyd. Guarded by Ross. Out to the wing. Launches it. Bass's shot is off.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Pass to McCarty. Now here's Ross. Here's Fields. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Second team foul. At the line for the Nets, Fields taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. It's both from the stripe. 1:46 left in the 4th quarter. Now Claxton. From 11 feet away, and he nails the jumper. Claxton's got 15 points here in the second half. Brooklyn's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Nets.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And so hard work pays off with their 26th win of the year.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
Now here's Ross. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Woodson. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. They got it done.
And Claxton gets the bucket.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Here's McCarty. So we see the Nets taking the W here. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.